Hey my friends, nice to see you again with me. As in our previous video tutorial, we talked about some common data structures. Once we know what all common data structures we have, it's time to see which one is the best data structure for us. So firstly, when we are talking about the best data structure, we need to consider three things. First one is the readability. That means, is our code proper readable? Is, is anybody else can understand our code properly? That is the first point. Then we have efficiency. That means how efficient our code in terms of time complexity. In terms of number of input, how fast we are able to execute some operation. Once we are done with efficiency, then we will check memory, how much space our code is taking. Once we know the definition of all these three things, as per our requirement, whatever data structure best suits for us, we can go ahead with that. As in our most of the coding thing, we have been told that our code should be efficient. But at some places, we want our code should take some less memory. And in some of the question, it has been told that don't use any extra variable. So at that time, we can go with the memory efficient code. And in some cases where we want our code to execute faster, we can go with the code which is more efficient in terms of time complexity. Once we know all these things, we need to have what all operation or common operation we can perform on our data. So when we are talking about the common operation, first one we have insertion, then we have deletion, then we have the traversal, access, searching, sorting. This is the most common operation which we perform on our data. And as we have array, object and so many data structure, we will see for each and every data structure in terms of this operation, which is the efficient thing. For example, in an array, insertion is O of n, but in an object, insertion is O of 1. So in this way, we will talk about each and everything in detail. After that, we have BIGO cheat sheet for more detail. So let's go to our BIGO cheat sheet. Yes, here for array, stack, queue and so many data structure, we have been given time complexity in terms of average and worst case. For example, array, the access is O of 1, but in the stack, access is O of n. And in this way, for everything, the detail is being given here. And for the space complexity also, the things are given properly. Once we are done with this, we are now ready to start with our first data structure, that is array. So for that, let's meet in our next video tutorial. Thank you very much for now.